everyone. I'm Monica.
I'm Matt Tholen.
And we are the hosts of Wonders on the Wabash. We are so glad you are going to be able to make it this year. We look forward to seeing you. But before we get out on the water, we have some rules and some things that we'd like to go over with you to ensure your safety. Okay? You will get on the bus from your school and you will be bused to Tapawingo Park. From Tapawingo Park, once you arrive, you are going to be unloaded and you are going to be met with your raft instructor. That raft instructor will put a number on your hand. Chances are you will be chosen at random and you may or may not be with your friends. We would encourage you, if you don't know someone in your raft, make yourself known to that person. You may be making a new friend.
So when you arrive at Tapawingo Park, you'll be given your number and you'll be given your raft assignments, and your raft instructor, your lead raft instructor, will advise you have to get a life jacket and you'll have to get a paddle. The life jacket right here is mandatory. As soon as you get your life jacket, you need to put it on. And when I say put it on, U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket, you need to have it buckled the whole day from when you get there to all the way before when we end at Fort Weotnon. So in order buckling, all three buckles have to be on. Now each life jacket should fit each individual person. Now there are big people and there are little people, and we have big life jackets and little life jackets, but make sure the life jacket fits that individual person. So the other safety thing that you must have, and you should already know this, is that you have to wear closed-toed shoes throughout the trip. So when you're at school, before you leave the school, we got to make sure everybody has closed-toed shoes, because when you get out of the water, you'll have 3 stops out of the water. You have to actually get in the water and walk to the beach or wherever we're going to do our educational programs. There are sharp things under the water, such as shells and other pieces that are under the water. So you've got to have closed-toed shoes. That is an insurance thing for us, and plus it's a safety thing. So once you get your life jacket, you also get a paddle. Now this is the paddle that you'll be using throughout the day. You are in charge of your own paddle. Up here on my left hand is the handle. Right here is the shaft, and down here is the blade. The blade stays in the water. Okay, so when you're paddling on each side, what you're going to do is you're going to put a hand on top of the handle. You're going to hold the shaft somewhere on the shaft, better to go a little bit lower, and you put the blade in the water and you just pull it to you. Okay, so you pull it forward and then you pull it to you. That's how you paddle. Throughout the trip, you will have to paddle. Depending on water levels and current, you may have to paddle more than you think, so be prepared that this is going to take a little bit of energy.
When loading the raft, you need to listen to your raft instructor, okay? They know where they want to put you, excuse me, and they know how to even out the sides. When you get in the raft, you are going to take your foot and you are going to sit on the edge of the raft just like this. These are not to be sat on, okay? You will need to sit like this all day long, hold your paddle just like this, and then dig into the water, okay? That's how we want you to paddle. You will have a raft instructor in the front and one in back, and they will steer to hopefully miss everything that you could get hurt on, okay? So make sure this is how you sit on the raft. When you get off of the raft, make sure you don't just bail out. Listen to your raft instructor before you get out. When you beach the raft, you're going to want to get out toward the front, not the rear of the raft, because you don't know how deep it is, and that's when accidents happen.
Depending on the situation, on the weather, if it is a bad storm or something, that the possibilities, it is up to the staff to be able to, we'll have to make a call whether we cancel or not, but be prepared. If it's just sprinkling or it's just a light drizzle, we will continue on if there's no chance of thunder or lightning throughout the trip. So be prepared for the weather. You know, depending on the time of year and all that stuff, it could rain 5 minutes, it could rain the whole trip. So just be prepared.
If that time of year, it's cold in the morning sometimes and gets warm. We do supply dry bags for each raft, and you are more than welcome to, if you have a sweatshirt on, take that sweatshirt off, and you're more than welcome to put it in the dry bag so it stays dry. That way when you get off the raft, you will have it nice and dry. We prefer you not to wear a swimsuit, okay? You are representing your school that day, and we want you to follow school dress code. So make sure you check with your school if you can wear shorts, how you're supposed to dress for this field trip. Again, remember, closed-toed shoes.
No, throughout the trip you will have 3 stops for educational purposes, and that's the only time you'll be able to get out of the water. Once you get in, you'll have your 3 stops, and then at the takeout at Fort Wildnon is the last stop you'll be able to get out. But you will not be able to swim. You'll be able to walk out in the water at certain stations that you'll learn about the water, but besides that you will not be able to lay down and go swimming. There are no restrooms throughout the trip on the Wabash River. We do have one at Tapawingo when you first get there, and then at the end at Fort Wildnon is the only time. So the trip on a normal basis will take about 3 hours, so be prepared, make yourself prepared that we do not have that ability to stop and go to the bathroom throughout the trip.
What are we going to be doing all day? You are going to be learning about the Wabash River. You're going to learn what's in the Wabash River, around the Wabash River. You're going to learn about the water that's actually in the Wabash River. You will be able to test that water and find out just exactly how clean that water is or how dirty it is. So we will also learn about the fish that are in the Wabash. You will also learn about the wildlife that's in the Wabash as well. So it's a learning day, it's a testing day. You will be tested all day. It's not a race of the raft, it's a race of the brain. Make sure that you take notes. We encourage you to take notes. You will be supplied with a tablet to take notes on, and then when we reach Fort Wildnon at the end of the day, you will take a test as a group, and you're allowed to use your notes. So be prepared, take notes, and just have fun with it. Do you need to pack your own lunch? No. We will provide you lunch that day. If you look on the website, we will have a daily menu of what we will be serving that day. If you are allergic to what we are having or just don't like it, feel free to bring your own lunch. We ask that you don't bring any kind of soda or any kind of juice box. We do supply water that day, and we would just like to keep it water only. So hopefully you enjoy the lunch that we provide that day.
Throughout the trip, the 3 hours you're on the water, you will be given a snack due to the distance and the time you'll be out there. So you will be given a snack, and you will have a water bottle given to you. So
a memorabilia water bottle.
Yes, and you'll be able to take that water bottle home.
Yes.
So
yeah.
If you do bring your own lunch, you'll have to keep it on the school bus.
Yes.
And once we get back to Fort Wildnon, that's when you can collect your own lunch. Very, very important that your raft instructors, they are volunteers. They're spending their time with you on the rafts, and they'll be instructing you and learning and teaching you about the Wabash River and stuff going on. So be very respectful to them. They'll help you out the best they can, whether it's paddling or whether it's educating you. And it only makes it for a better trip if you are respectful to them. So throughout the day there will be at least 1 game warden or 2 game wardens on the river with you. So if you are wanting to ask any questions, you know, what a game warden does or anything like that, feel free. They're pretty talkative people.
Got that. Remember, this is a school day. Make sure you follow the school's rules along with our rules on the water, and everyone will have a great day. It'll be a better day if everybody follows the rule. We want you to learn something this day, but we also want you to have fun along the way. Thank you for joining us, right?
Exactly, and I'll end on this. It's very important that safety is mandatory throughout the trip, and if you do break one of the safety rules, we will take you to the end of the trip, and you will not be asked to come back.